Hello, this is Adam with Dream Productions. This video is made possible by the very kind donations of viewers like you. Thank you. If you are in a position to help this channel improve quality and grow, please visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Before we get started today, I just wanted to let you guys know that, no, it's not your TV. For some reason, the camera kept going out of focus. Since I have the camera mounted on the ceiling to film, I was not aware of this until I started trying to edit the footage. My apologies for when it goes fuzzy. I hope you still enjoy this first mission in the new Dallas campaign.
It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battlemechs.
The Amaris Civil War. The Amaris Crisis. The Amaris Kerensky Civil War. The Star League Civil War. The Amaris Coup. The Usurper Wars. The Great War. The conflict that sparked December 27th, 2766 has many names. It was and remains the largest single conflict in human history. Stefan Amaris worked for decades in his plot to overthrow the Camerons. His forces were placed throughout the Terran hegemony, ready to seize control. However, as is so common in war, no plan ever survives contact with the enemy. Dropship Blackhammer, this is Control Bunker. As soon as the fueling is complete or the lines cut off, you are clear to launch. It's chaos up there. We are detecting warship-grade weapons fire within the solar system. Once you reach space, make for SLS Dreadnought. She is underway and leading a breakthrough effort. Control Bunker, this is Blackhammer Actual. We are not leaving you behind. Once control's set for launch, get on board. We will wait for you.
Warning, warning, Rim Worlds Republic battlemechs approaching starport perimeter. Warning, warning.
This is Tetrarch Yusuf Sakan of the 8th Amaris Dragoons. By order of First Lord Richard Cameron, power down your engines and dismount your mechs and combat vehicles. You have 5 seconds to comply, or be fired upon. Negative Blackhammer Actual. You are carrying VIPs. As soon as tanks filled, or you lose fuel hose pressure, launch. I repeat, launch when able. Do you like anime? I like anime. You should watch more anime. Use the link below to go to buyanime.com. They carry a bit of everything, from fun adventures like Naruto, to gore-fest battles like Akame ga Kill, to drama classics like Miyazaki's masterpiece, Grave of Fireflies, funny rom-coms, cute girl waifu shows, to, let's go with cultured anime that could make a Canopian blush. Not into discs? BuyAnime.com has more than just Blu-rays. They carry manga, light novels, games, even plushies, and of course, figures. So many figures. So if you are planning to spend some quality time with your waifu, why not support the channel in the process? Use the link below. You won't be disappointed. And now, back to our game. Turn 1. The warrior flies up and over the wall, but drops down to hide behind the hill. The Demolisher, LRM carriers, and Behemoth all stay put. The Pegasus moves to the gate. The Manticores move forward, followed by the Vedetti. The Mercury walks forward. The Crab runs to the top of the hill. The Champion runs ahead, followed by the Black Knight and Pillager. The Manticores fire on the Mercury but misses. The Black Knight fires his PPC at the Pegasus and misses. The two wall-mounted heavy emplacements open up on the Mercury. One manages to score a hit, ripping the left arm off the mech and damaging the connected torso. The Vedetti opens up with his ultra-auto cannon on the Mercury, heap rounds damaging the light mech's left leg. The Behemoth fires on the Mercury, but misses. The LRM carriers use targeting data from their allies, firing their LRMs indirectly at the Mercury, but also miss. The Champion fires his LB-10 at the Manticore. The slug round smashes into the battle tank's armor. The Pillager and Crab also fire on the Manticore with large lasers and Gauss rifles, but miss. The Mercury returns fire on the heavy emplacement, but misses with his medium laser. The Pegasus unleashes his SRMs at the Mercury, but the missiles sail by. Turn 2. The warrior flies west. The Behemoth moves up. The Vedetti and Manticores back off. The Pegasus moves ahead, then turns south. The Pillager walks to the top of the hill. The Crab moves off the hill. The Champion joins the Crab. The Black Knight walks up. The Mercury kicks in his mask, getting into the launch base. The Black Knight fires his PPC and large laser at the wall-mounted emplacement, blowing it apart. The SRM carriers unleash swarms of missiles at the Mercury, but they fail to track the charging one. The Galleon also fires on the Mercury, missing it. The LRM carriers target the Champion indirectly, but also miss. The Demolisher swings his turret around, unloading both AC-20s at the Mercury, but the mask-equipped mech is just moving too fast. The Champion targets the Pegasus with his LB-10, SRM-6, and both medium lasers. None of the weapons hit. The Pillager fires both Gauss rifles and a large laser at the other wall-mounted emplacement, destroying it. The Crab also targets the Pegasus with dual large lasers and a medium laser, but misses. As the Mercury dashes, he fires his remaining medium laser, both small lasers at the LRM carrier, blowing its turret. The Vedetti fires on the Mercury, but misses. The Warrior opens up with his AC-2 at the rear of the Champion, light heap rounds hitting the mech's right arm. The Onto sees an opening, firing his banks of medium lasers at the Mercury, blasting through the right torso and blowing out the center torso. The Dragoon mech falls. The Behemoth fires on the Champion but misses. The Pegasus SRM score hits on the Crab's right torso, arm, and leg. The Manticores also open up on the Crab, but they miss. Turn 3. The warrior flies northwest, falling in behind the Dragoons. The Pegasus races around the hill, bringing its SRMs into the Dragoons' rear. The crab moves into the gate. The champion follows the crab. The Black Knight runs, catching up. The pillager walks off the hill. The Vedetti fires on the crab but misses. The Black Knight fires his PPC and large laser at the Manticore, scoring hits. The warrior fires on the rear of the pillager, hitting the assault mech's right arm. The behemoth, demolisher, and SRM carrier all miss the crab. The champion fires his LB-10 and medium lasers at the damaged Manticore, blowing the tank apart. Pegasus fires his SRMs at the rear of the pillager, scoring hits on the rear left torso, right arm, and blowing chunks out of the hillside. The pillager fires both Gauss rifles and its large laser at the remaining Manticore. The rifle slugs miss, but the large laser damages the battle tank. The Manticore fires on the crab, scoring a hit on the mech's left leg. The Galleon also fires on the crab, but misses. The crab returns fire on the Manticore, his large laser melting into the crew compartment. The LRM carrier fires on the crab, missiles finding the mech's left arm, left leg, and blowing through the armor of the center torso, damaging the mech's engine. Turn 4. The warrior flies ahead. The demolisher moves into the gate. The Pegasus moves to the top of the hill. The crab moves into melee with the behemoth. The champion backs off. The Black Knight moves into melee with the demolisher. The pillager walks forward. The demolisher opens up on the approaching Black Knight with both AC-20s, heavily damaging the mech's legs. The bunker-mounted emplacement fires on the crab but misses. The SRM carriers fire on the Black Knight but misses. The champion fires on the demolisher with his LB-10 medium lasers. The LB rounds smash into the tank, but the lasers miss. The pillager also targets the demolisher, firing both Gauss rifles, a large laser, and both medium lasers. The demolisher crumbles under the sustained attack. The warrior again fires on the pillager, his light autocannon rounds hitting the mech's left leg. The Galleon fires on the Black Knight, but misses. The crab kicks out at the behemoth, kicking the turret off the lead tank. The LRM carrier fires on the Black Knight, missiles slamming into the center torso and right arm. The Vedetti fires on the Black Knight, hitting the mech's right torso. The Black Knight targets the SRM carrier with a large laser and quad mediums, blowing the carrier to pieces. The Ontos fires on the Black Knight, but misses. Turn 5. The Pegasus moves, turning south. The crab runs to attack the fueling truck. The Black Knight moves towards the bunker. The pillager walks into the gate. The champion runs into the base. The Black Knight again fires his large laser and all 4 medium lasers, this time on the other SRM carrier, destroying it. He kicks out at the LRM carrier, damaging its arm. The champion alpha strikes the Ontos, destroying the heavy tank. The Pegasus fires on the pillager, but the SRMs fail to track. The pillager targets the Vedetti with both Gauss rifles and a large laser. The medium tank is reduced to slag. The galleon fires scoring hits on the Black Knight's center torso. The heavy emplacement misses the Black Knight. The machine gun nest also targets the Black Knight, but cannot damage the battle mag. The warrior again fires on the pillager, hitting its left leg. The crab fires a small laser on the fueling truck, damaging its armor. The LRM carrier fires on the crab, scoring hits on the rear left torso, the left leg and arm, damaging the crab's shoulder. Turn 6. The LRM carrier backs up. The warrior moves ahead. The Pegasus moves into the gate. The galleon backs off. The crab stays put. The Black Knight walks forward. The champion follows the Black Knight. The pillager walks into the base. The champion opens up on the heavy emplacement, blasting it into pieces. The Pegasus fires his SRMs, missiles blasting the rear left torso and arm, but somehow misses anything vital. The pillager fires his Gauss rifles and large laser at the galleon, blowing the light tank to pieces. The Black Knight opens up on the remaining LRM carrier, with his lasers destroying it. The machine gun nest fires on the Black Knight, damaging its left arm. The warrior again fires on the pillager, its light AC-2 rounds digging deeper into the rear left torso, damaging the XL engine. The crab kicks the fueling truck, destroying it. Turn 7. The Pegasus moves to attack the crab. The warrior flies over the wall. The crab backs up. The Black Knight moves to the bunker. The pillager turns around. The Black Knight fires his quad medium lasers into the bunker. The machine gun nest fires on the champion, but misses. The warrior fires his SRMs at the pillager, but the gunner's panic causes the missiles to miss. The crab fires on the Pegasus with both large lasers and his medium laser, dangerously overheating his mech. He blasts the hovercraft, finishing it off with a kick. The champion holds fire, cooling off his overheating mech. The Amaris Dragoons leader lines up his Gauss rifles and blows the warrior attack helicopter from the sky. As the machine gun crew abandon their posts, the dropship Blackhammer lifts off from the starport into a void filled with the chaos of escape attempts and heroic last stands. Aftermath. While Amaris would seize Earth, numerous civilian dropships managed to lift from Terra and other planets in the Sol system, the Blackhammer among them. They would meet up with the SLS Dreadnought, joining with other survivors on board the jump ship Seikanori Maru. They would become separated from the SLS Dreadnought as she made her way to the Wyatt system and her destiny. The Seikanori Maru would find shelter at the Tadan Corporation mining base at LK-135. Using what military equipment they had, the group would strike back at the emerging Amaris empire. Stefan Amaris would proclaim the group outlaws, a label they embraced. However, the mining base was not designed to support military operations. Running the power plant at near overload levels would lead to a breakdown the outlaws were unable to repair. In danger of being cornered by Republican forces, they chose to commit themselves to a planet still resisting the Amaris takeover. They would soon find themselves landing on the world of New Dallas. Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching my content. It really means a lot that you have given me the chance to entertain you. If you would like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Also below is a link for PayPal, or links if you would like to send crypto, if that's more your thing. Please know any amount that you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. You can also help the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, liking, commenting, and sharing my channel with anyone you think might be interested. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.